Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lowdown. I'm joined by everybody else here. We got Miguel Orozco.
Hi.
We got Evan Zyla.
What up?
Got Kata Baird.
Hello.
We got Houston Bailey. And we're always joined by Marcus. He's controlling everything over there. Thank you very much from him. We're recording this on October 2nd. Hope you guys are excited for this video. I know I am, and I hope everyone else here is. And I hope you stay tuned because the next episode after this one, we're going to have a special guest. I think you guys will like talking to him. I know we will. So stay tuned for that one. It'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Around the next couple of weeks. I'm not exact sure the release date, but you'll see it. So we're on a Zoom call. We're in two separate rooms here. I've got Evan Zyla over there, and I've got another room over there with everyone else in it. And Kate, are you in a different room?
No, I'm in the same.
Whoa.
Okay, I couldn't quite tell. Oh yeah, I see it now. All right, well, hope you guys are excited for this one. I know I am. I woke up this morning really excited, thinking about what I was gonna say on the podcast. So it should be pretty interesting. We've never done one like this before with the video on it like that. So I'm excited for it. I really am. How are all you guys doing today?
I'm
Oh,
doing
pretty
all right.
That's good. That's good.
It's okay.
Oh, man. How you guys liking the new homeroom system we have here at school?
Actually,
It's kind of odd, in my opinion. Just
Yeah. So if you don't know the system that we have now, it is to track the coronavirus like cases easier and keep track of where they contracted it and all that. We have one room that you stay in all day and you Zoom to your other classes. So for example, I'm in Mr. Rubber's room and I sit in there in my little corner with my blankets and my pillows all day long, and I Zoom to my other classes. And that's just how we roll. We get out a little bit earlier and we have like breaks in between classes. It's kind of nice. So yeah, it's definitely different, but I'm actually kind of growing to like it because sitting all day in a little pillow fort is really nice. How are you
Well,
guys liking it?
I like it a lot, actually. It's very convenient, and I don't know. It's better than walking around and having to constantly worry about staying within the 6 feet mark or whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of worrying about everyone else when you can
I
just sit
agree.
in your own corner and do whatever you like and get your work done.
Yeah, and in my class, I think we have, let me think, 1, 2, maybe like 6 people, including me, and then 7, including the teacher. But that's like all we have in this big spacious room. So I could it's so like nice. You could space out really far. I have like a desk on my right and a desk on my left where I could put stuff and all that. I love it. And we could bring snacks. That's another thing I love.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just snacking all day and taking a sip of water every once in a while, it's kind of nice.
Yeah. I was gonna. My dad was joking around with me. He's like, "You should bring a mini fridge."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone in mine is thinking about bringing a little mini fridge.
Oh yeah, Mr. Weber was literally saying that I could build a whole fort if I wanted, but my only fear with that is I'm gonna finally get all that done after all that hard work. It's gonna look all cool, and then it's gonna be like, okay, we're going back to normal, and then I'm gonna have to tear it all down.
Yeah. So I'm not even doing anything yet until if we're gonna be here for like a month. As soon as we had like a time that we're gonna be for how long we're gonna be in here, that's probably when I'll start
Yeah, agreed.
doing
But-
whatever.
So Kata, your
Mhm.
first time in
On the
podcast,
podcast,
yeah. what are you thinking?
It was pretty chill, yeah.
Just us talking. Just us
Yeah.
talking.
It's a
Yeah.
nice little
Yeah.
competition between all of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
really
I think we should start recording more of our conversations because I think it could be comedy gold every once in a while, for sure. So yeah, we're still in a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's a real pain. Every time you think it gets better, just get knocked right back down again.
good.
You gotta keep that you just gotta keep positive, especially, or you want to keep negative, but you gotta think positive. There we go. You gotta think positive in a time like this. I did want to bring up like the fact of right now with all this stuff going on, you're sitting at home, can't really go out and do much. Like physical and mental health, it's really important. And when you're stuck at home all day, possibly by yourself, it can really break that down and tear it down. And
Yeah, can really have a negative effect on people.
yeah, so I just wanted to talk about some things you could do. Like right now, I'm so very thankful that I am into gaming because even like let's say we're in remote learning right now, after I get done with school, like I didn't really talk to anybody. I could sit there and talk with all my friends if I wanted to and have fun playing video games during that.
Hmm.
And that's a good way because I'm at home, not near anybody else. So I'm very thankful for that. What are you guys thankful for having?
Well,
I'm
yeah, like you said, the whole video game thing too, it just brings a whole new social aspect to the life of
Yeah.
quarantining,
Mhm.
when you don't
Mhm.
get to see your friends or talk to them as much. You always can talk to them on the video games.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you
Yeah.
can have
Chat,
fun while
stuff
doing
like
it
that.
too.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm thankful for Dasani water sponsor.
Dude, Jasani isn't even that good. Let's be honest now.
Oh
I think
yeah,
Fiji's
it's
the way to
true.
go.
Exactly. I like your way of thinking, Evan.
Anyways, I really think most of the time, it's either like in our homerooms you have like a snack or you have like a drink, and like during the entire period, it's either you're looking at that or you're looking around the room, because not a lot of times do like I actually focus.
I mean, you really want to focus on your work too.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
reason why you're
yeah,
at school.
You're
yeah.
not kidding. But and like another thing with there's the mental health which is important, but also the physical health. Um Especially like today, uh there's just so much trash, candy and food that you could eat these days that really isn't good for you, and sitting down all day and not getting that movement anywhere and going places really it has a big impact on you, and it could have a big impact on your life 30 years down the road. So I just want to, I was going to name off some things I do and some things you guys do to make sure your physical health is still well. For example, one of mine, when I'm playing video games, like for example, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, a very great game. You should try it
Arguably.
out if you haven't yet. But
Sponsor.
one thing I always did is I'll be playing, and every time I die, I do 10 push-ups. So I keep my, I just keep my muscles like ready and activated so that they're not just used to sitting there all day. And I just find things to do. Like, for example, if I get spawn killed, like straight out of the gate, I make myself do 15 because that's kind of embarrassing. But and even if I get like an ace, I make myself do however many kills I got that round just to really make it less of a punishment, because I think everyone hates doing physical activities. So, like I hear a lot of it. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to do push-ups. I don't want to do that." I mean, it's not always fun, but you always got to think it's making you better. So that's why I like making it just not a negative thing, make it a positive thing too.
Well, currently I have football practice and everything with 9 people, and we're kind of with how we're handling that is that we're splitting 2 groups.
Yeah. How does that work? Because there were a lot of like precautions that you guys had to do due to COVID-19. So how does your practice work now?
Right now, since we're getting out of school earlier, and all our coaches are at the all our coaches except for 2 are at the elementary at Cook site.
Okay.
So we just at this point we're just driving up to the practice field and
Mm-hmm.
then we go to practice. But we have 2 different groups that we have to go in.
Really?
So like group 1 has 3 people, which is the linemen,
Okay.
and then group 2 has 5, I think it is,
Interesting.
5 or 6 people,
Mm.
and then that's like all the other stuff.
And
Like,
do you guys just drill or what?
yeah, which is drills, condition.
Huh.
And today we don't have practice, but I talked with one of the captains, and I think we're gonna do like a little conditioning session
That's good.
after school
That's nice.
for like 30 minutes, just on like where you are still getting better.
Uh-huh. That's definitely something y'all need to focus on too. Just like, yeah, it's nice to have a day off of practice, but you still want to make sure that you're not falling behind, because like maybe all the other teams in like that we play have had that practice, so they're just a little bit better than you feel. So I like that you guys are trying to do that. That definitely shows good leadership, and you're trying to stay improved.
Yeah, and like well, last time I practiced today was a treat from the coaches for not for always being there this whole entire week. You know, we don't have really much of a team.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard time for sports, especially too, because especially like for seniors too, that really sucks because some of them are very talented and not being able to play is a real downer. But we also have another sport going on, Kata, girls golf. Let's hear about it.
So we only have one more, and that's districts. And if anyone makes districts, we go to state. We did have a one Thursday, but it was the first day that we went to like all this homeroom stuff. So we
Oh,
decided
really?
to pass on that.
Uh-huh.
It's
Dang.
been kind of tough with like COVID and everything. And we've only
bet.
got 3 people on the team. So
Yeah, actually, another thing is a lot of schools we've been, like the volleyball triangular. We were gonna have a triangular last week, and team canceled, and so it was only one of them came. And speaking of that as well, the football game last Friday was canceled. Um,
Yeah,
and
because we definitely had a change of plans in this last week. There's been some changes going on, and it's been interesting to say the least. But I think considering all the stuff that we were having to do, I think we're reacting with it pretty well. Like, I don't see a lot of people whining and crying about it because if they were to whine and cry about it and not care, then we wouldn't be here right now and we wouldn't be getting the education that we really need because personally at home I don't learn anything.
Yeah, like I'm having a
Yeah.
hard time just being.
neither.
I'm having a hard time just doing this.
I mean, I like what they're going for because they know that it's harder to learn when you're at home than when you're at school.
I
And
do.
I like that they're trying to keep us in school as long as they can because they were talking with the
Health department.
the health department in the Southeast Nebraska like district,
Trying to make it work.
and we were just asking, is there any way that we can stay in school right now? Because it was getting to the point where there was so many things going on where we almost were kicked to red, which means that we would be out of school at home distance learning. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that they're trying their absolute best to get it so we are still having the like school experience even
Yeah.
if it's not what we'd like it to be.
See, last week, last week we were really punted into hectic, especially this week as well, because last week they were determining if all the stuff is happening in school or
Yeah.
out of school. So that is the reason why we actually stayed, was because they did this to see if uh, to help us stay in school, but also to see if it's in school,
Yeah.
and so that if anyone does, they know who's in what room at what time,
Hmm.
and no miscommunications could possibly
Yeah.
happen.
And it definitely makes it easier on the whole contact tracing because once they hear about a case, they try and figure out who was around them so they can quarantine and like make sure that they don't have symptoms. And like it gets kind of difficult because personally me, I have horrible memory. And for some people, like even if they have good memory, I bet you aren't gonna remember every second of every day, every person you said hi to, every hand you shook, it's hard to trace all of that. But when you're sitting all in one room, it's gonna be a lot easier to remember the 2 or 3 bathroom trips you took and the maybe one person you saw. You feel like it's a lot easier, and that's what the health department really wants. Like we're getting some cases, but they aren't because we're at school. They're because people are hanging out after school and doing it that way. But
Yeah. So the problem with that though is that like they can't really tell us you can't really go hang out with friends after school.
Yeah.
All they can say is it's up to you, really.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
another thing that I'm pretty disappointed in is birthdays during this time really not the best. If you're gonna have a party, the best you got is sanitizers, um, gloves,
Maybe a new
mask.
mask.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe a mask like with the riot shield. You never know.
Dude, I'm gonna dress up as
yeah.
Montagny for this Halloween. Oh, that'll.
Montana.
Well,
dude,
Yeah.
on the
I'm
topic
gonna
of-
do it.
well,
I'm
on
gonna
topic
do
of
it.
birthdays.
You should even bring the fold out shield.
I'm gonna
really,
do it.
really
Just-
bring it.
Anyways, go ahead, Evan.
Anyone listening, that is a character from Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, he's a beefy boy.
He's beefy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I actually went to Vegas last year, the week
Interesting.
before he got shut down
Oh, really?
for my birthday,
Oh,
and
damn.
it was quite different.
I bet.
Like
Probably everyone
it's
looking
because
at
like no one really knew about it, so no one was really wearing like we didn't wear a mask because we
Uh-huh.
knew nothing about it,
Yeah.
and then like we just got hit with it,
Uh-huh.
and we're kind of like, oh,
Actually, another thing is small businesses. Trying to open up those, keeping them alive.
Yeah.
Probably not the
w-
best.
one thing I've noticed is like for food places, they're doing a lot of carry out, so it's just call them, tell them what you want, and then you'll run in, give them the money, and take the food and get out before you're sitting there for too long and all that, which is the only real way that you could really do it right now, I think. But
Drive through.
yeah, drive-throughs too, but you have to have like the facilities for that.
yeah, and like Beatrice, we went to 402 Sports Bar and Grill last night.
Yep.
And no one was wearing a mask. It was kind of like back to normal.
Yeah, and I went to a bar a couple, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, just for a little date with some people, and it was really nice to just hear, like I haven't heard that crowd chatter and glasses tinking and all that in a long time, and it was kind of refreshing, but I was also kind of worried that whole time because every little I was just like, oh geez.
Yeah, my dad coughed, which is allergy season, so we already knew that's
Yeah.
what it was. And
That's another difficult thing around this time because personally, when it's cold out and I go for like maybe even just a little jog out to my truck and back, I get a little bit of a cough because cold, dry weather and all that, and it's kind of difficult because you could get a cough for it just being cold and dry out and might have to quarantine because of it. You know, it's definitely difficult. It's more difficult now than it was in the summer, I think.
So
that's interesting.
I mean, also, my speaking about birthday, I kind of forgot about this, but my dad actually had a birthday last Saturday. It was actually it was last Tuesday, but
Mhm.
we moved it to Saturday to get everything ready.
Yeah.
We had to take the protocols. It was at our house, and we had sanitizers, masks. We actually even have gloves, but we all tried to social distance the best we could. We kept it to a minimum, and we kind of got through that day pretty. It was pretty weird at the beginning, but eventually, we got through it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
go
one thing that I see on our agenda here that I think is kind of interesting now. Marcus is saying if you had 5 people, if you had to pick 5 people to quarantine with, who would they be, famous or not?
I'll start this off.
All right, let's hear it.
I'd bring Miguel and Philip.
Well, shucks.
Um,
You can't see, but I'm blushing.
No.
Sorry, Houston, but not you.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Okay, and then I'd also probably bring, I don't know, some like Vanos Gaming,
oh man,
Jacksepticeye,
Oh yeah, Jack for sure,
Pewds,
man.
PewDiePie.
Oh man, that's tough. There's a lot of people I'd want to.
Yeah, I can't think of any people. Hey,
Oh,
Leonardo.
yeah, and
DiCaprio.
then if
All right, one.
and if PewDiePie can't come, I'd bring Lil Baby.
Oh jeez. Oh no. Freaking rappers, man.
Anyways,
Who would you bring, Houston?
to be honest, well, this is not one that I expected to be asked. But I mean, just on the offhand, yeah, probably Jacksepticeye. That's probably up there. You know, probably some sort of iconic character like the Kool-Aid Man. Just
Oh
keep
god.
seeing.
Your house would be a
Whatever.
mess,
Yeah,
Mickey
Houston.
Mouse,
mean,
Mickey
I mean-
Mouse,
He'd just be like, "Hey, where's he at? We're supposed to be recording." Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh
Yeah,
jeez.
uh,
Oh boy.
Anyway, It'd be just a
And,
bit of redecoration.
oh yeah, a bit.
But yeah, we would never run out of Kool-Aid, so
That's a plus. Kata, who would you
Ew.
bring?
I'm kind of a loner. Sorry, guys, but
That's true.
if
I feel like if you could quarantine with anybody, you'd quarantine with everyone.
but yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would choose no one.
I
God,
don't think I could handle someone for that long.
yeah, you just
I'm sorry.
you just push them out the door, toss a mask
How
at
was
them, and wish them good luck.
quarantine? How's quarantine? You're just like, hey, I know we've been in the same house for a few months now, but
But you're driving me to
it's time for
insanity.
you to go.
Yeah, I would go insane.
Yeah, if I one person that I would definitely bring for sure. Okay, here's the top 2 people I would bring. They're both drummers. Jay Weinberg and Travis Barker. They're two. I drum myself, and I love doing it.
Why
And
not Bongo Cat?
Jay Weinberg, I went to a concert that he was playing in, and I got a stick from him, and I would love to talk to him because he's a very skillful guy, and I think he'd be able to give me a lot of good tips. Another person I would bring is Travis Barker. Like I said, he's another great drummer. He's in Blink 182. He can just have such a simple drum like set, and he could do magical things with it. And I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, if I mean, like if I like had an imaginary band, it would be Travis Barker,
Uh huh.
and then probably Bongo Cat because I wanted to see what would
Oh my
happen
god.
if Bongo Cat just got on a beat with Travis Barker. I
Oh
would
my word.
never. I mean, we should make like an imaginary band like Bongo Cat, Epic Sax
Oh my
Guy.
god.
You never know. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. Miguel, you thought of anybody you want to bring yet?
No, my mind's going blank right now. I
You'd probably bring Ninja, huh?
Ninja. No.
Is that Ninja? Whoa!
I want to see everyone floss. We're gonna break the record.
I think somebody I would bring just for comedy purposes. Oh
Kevin
man. Like who okay, everyone think of somebody that you would bring just for the simple fact of they're gonna
Comedy?
keep you laughing the whole time.
Okay.
Raccoon eggs.
Oh my yes, he is so freaking funny.
Yeah, I think he quit YouTube actually.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
man,
because I don't think he's uploaded in over half a year now.
really?
Anyone
That's-
remember Louis Calver?
Yeah.
who doesn't? Like come on now.
Yeah. Cheerios.
Man.
Anyways,
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube.
It
What?
is
I-
October, and you
I
know what
don't-
that means.
I don't know if I could decide who I'd bring. Okay, it would probably either be like Adam Sandler
Oh yeah, true.
Or-
I forgot he existed there for a little bit.
or maybe like Will Smith.
Bro,
Just because Will Smith is always bringing like good vibes too. I would like
Uh-huh.
that.
I think my two would be. Does anyone know Fluffy?
yeah.
Yeah,
Gabriel
probably
Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
be him and or Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I was thinking about
The
him.
machine.
The
Yeah.
machine.
That'd be interesting. Plus, I'd love to hear him say the machine in Russian, but
Oh yeah.
I forgot by
Yeah,
now.
am I the only person that really wants to learn the Russian language?
No, I kind of want to.
I've
Exactly.
never
Like I don't know
seriously-
what they're saying, but you're just sitting there like they could literally be talking about like little kittens and rainbows, and you're just like, that sounds so cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, like they could be talking about like literally anything. Like, wow, the Sony water. And you'd be like, oh my god.
Yes, yes,
Maybe
yes,
you do
yes.
like that. Come on,
Yeah,
keep
one of my new
Good
favorite
water.
bands that I've been listening to lately. I'm a metalhead. Is Slaughter to Prevail. Alex Terrible is their singer. They're like a Russian band, and they're so awesome. I got a ring from them, and it looks so
I've heard of
cool.
him.
And I cannot. I hope after all this COVID is over with that I am able to go to concert and see them, because he's very skilled with his voice, and he's
Wait.
just such a cool guy in
Wait,
general.
okay. Let me rephrase. Wait, let me just go back on something you said. You said you got a stick from you got one
Jay
of his
Weinberg, a
Jay-
drumstick.
and then you also got a ring from like. did you
Okay,
get,
well,
like,
I bought the ring from
oh,
Slaughter to Prevail.
you bought,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, good. 'cause I was
yeah.
Okay,
gonna,
It was
excellent.
off
go
of their
back
merch store.
stage, grab something like, yeah, this is going to my collection.
Yeah, it's a really cool ring. I'll wear it sometime.
Okay. It is Spooktober. You know what that means?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Who are
new-
y'all gonna dress up as for Halloween? Even though it's gonna be just like
One
a
of the
quick
Among Us
Instagram
characters.
picture. I figured you. I kind of want to do that, but I don't know if I have a space helmet anywhere.
No, bro. If you jump, if you
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up as a Among Us character.
Red kind of
if you,
sus.
No, it's blue. Blue's always sus.
Red
if
sus.
you turned into the Among Us character during October and just during Halloween, dude, you'd be safe. I mean,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think about it, that
Honestly, it is
proof.
probably one of the most safe outfits. Either that or Montagny. Because I would just take it like we
Yeah.
have those plastic like shields that we set up for like Strive and all that. I would just duct tape a bunch of those together.
Yeah, one thing I did realize is that I went to Spirit Halloween a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And with how big Among Us is right now, I'm sure I didn't see.
Dude, Spirit Halloweens, like when it gets to October, they just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah,
It's
and like
weird.
it's like I'm surprised I didn't see as many Among Us stuff.
Yeah, it's probably just because they haven't been able to like produce it quick enough. Because it's
Yeah.
just been like a month since it's been released.
Well, no, Among Us has been released for 2 years, just like kind
I
of
know,
blown
but
up
it's
and
only
within-
gotten big in like past year, like
Yeah.
month or so. So yeah,
And also with it being October, doesn't that mean the new iPhone's supposed to get released or
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
saying
I have
something
no
along those
idea.
lines?
Anybody know
Yeah.
anything about that?
Because
Not personally.
I've realized it's always every single October, every single year that they
I think it
announce
is.
the new
Yeah.
iPhone.
It's like a good time too, considering like Christmas is coming up in like the next couple of months and stuff like that.
I like how the new releases are always it's like a year apart from each other. So,
Hmm
like every like October, November ish. But they never really upgrade. They just make it bigger.
Yeah,
It's always
and
bigger.
add extra cameras.
Like at this point,
Yeah. Hey, give me that one of the alien looking cameras.
Samsung they released a new Galaxy phone, and I think
Uh-huh.
it's like the S20 UW, so ultra wide,
Mm.
and I'm like, what's the point of it?
I don't know. Like
Who needs a phone
at this point, it's just kind of a race. But it's getting around that time.
Or
We
the
got to wrap
Galaxy
it up
Fold.
here. That's an interesting
Do
phone. But
you remember Marcus said one time eventually it's gonna be like 2040 and all the phones just the entire back of it is gonna be cameras. It's
I think it'll be pretty interesting.
gonna be
Yeah.
as big as an iPad.
All right. Well, we got to wrap it up here. We're gonna have everyone say goodbye. Go ahead, guys. Miguel.
Alrighty, it was nice talking to you guys again. Hope you tune in next time and hope you enjoyed this new episode on the Lowdown.
Evan.
Goodbye and hope you enjoy the episode.
Kaden.
Me?
Yep.
Bye. It was nice being on this episode.
Yeah, it's nice having you on here, Houston.
Yeah, first time. Everyone enjoy October. Yeah, and tune in. So, and
Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, next episode we're gonna have a special guest. Woohoo! We'll love talking to him. I hope you guys love listening to it. We'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy and stay safe.